Oh, and we are live. Camera's right over here, Antoinette. There. See where my finger's pointed? There we go.
Okay.
Welcome. Good evening, everybody. I am Dennis of the Des Moines New Age Shop. This is my lovely friend, Antoinette.
Antoinette.
I'd say assistant, but let's face it, she probably does more than I do. And so, otherwise, right now, we've already got 4 viewers. Otherwise, we are right now just talking and looking. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I can ramble on and on and on and on and on and on and on, as anybody who talks to me for more than 2 seconds can figure out. And so, but yeah, if you have any questions, folks, do not hesitate to ask. There's quite a few people in here right now. And so, I will start with the first question. Antoinette, Shih Tzus, yes or no?
No.
What? Get out. This is now a Dennis-only live casting of Tuesday Night Talks.
No is actually my favorite word, so...
How can you be anti-Shih Tzu? Seriously. Oh, God, I miss my Shih Tzu. Anyways, and so, Antoinette's going to be doing Reiki healings. I will be doing 1-card readings. If you guys have any questions, again, do not hesitate to ask. We will do our best to actually answer said questions. Give you an idea, tonight I will be using my tarot deck, which I've had since 1998. I've actually... that tarot deck's actually been all around the world with me. It's also... Literally, it's been all around the world with me. It went to the Persian Gulf with me. Alright. It also has been all to 46 different states with me as well. Not to brag, I'm fairly well traveled. But yeah, the deck I use is the Ancestral Path. And so, I fell in love with the deck right away as soon as I picked it up. It's also the only deck I've ever bought for myself. And so, and otherwise, the other option, somebody just liked it. Other option I have, Archangel Tarot, or Archangel Oracle. I like this one. What is the meaning of the Empress card? I've had a calling to it. Okay, Caitlin, that is a good question. The Empress card, it is a card of young female energy, oftentimes dealing, especially with fertility and stuff like that. If it's reversed, oftentimes you're dealing with issues in that department as well. Then again, it also depends on the context of what the other cards around it. And so, I know I say I also still have the book, well read book, and so I'm also not afraid to just pull it straight from the book to give you a better idea of what it says for the Empress, because it is the 3rd card in most decks, if not all decks. Yeah, female active energy, the intuitive component of a successful partnership, decisions based on fact, informed by feelings, material wealth, fertility, abundance, flowing creativity. And so, and yeah, it's also one of those things. The Empress is also major arcana. Means if you're feeling a draw to that, you more than likely there is something in your creative process, in your female energy, possibly even in your fertility. I don't know how fertile you are, but welcome, Joyce. Thank you for joining us for the first time. Back to Caitlin here. Sorry. Yeah, generally, it's something you're more than likely needing to pay attention to, or possibly even harnessing your own female energy to the best of your ability. And so it all depends on whether or not it's reversed. Because if it's reversed, it's completely opposite of everything that is good about it. And so, are there any other questions right now? We're going to be on here for a little bit, so it's not like Yeah, we're not going away for a little bit yet.
Well, I would like to bring up, I am one of the energy healers and readers as well at the Des Moines New Age shop. But I would like to talk about a little bit about some of the events that we have coming up very soon. One of the next events coming up is the True Hearts Fortune Fair. And then we have a fair in March that's going to be at the fairgrounds. I'm going to allow Dennis to discuss that because he's heading that up.
Well, yeah, that is the Des Moines New Age and Psychic Fair coming up March 28th and 29th at the Iowa State Fairgrounds in the Paul Arnett Animal Learning Center. It's been a long day, folks. Sorry about that. And Caitlin, you're welcome. Also, real quick here, Amanda Howe actually had a question here as well. Hello, first time here. What is this? Well, this is basically open lines, Amanda. If you have any kind of question dealing in the New Age area, or maybe even just in life in general, go ahead and ask it. As the description says, anything from energy work to Shih Tzus, or I mean, do you have a favorite dog? I've always been kind of a dog person myself. Hello, Beth. Welcome. This is certainly one of the more interesting things I've done today. Thank you, Susan. My life post is actually happening at home in my basement. Anyone from the other side of town? Other side for me? That's a good question, Amanda, and unfortunately, I am not equipped to answer that one. I am not a medium, and so I really would not know that. I crap by saying there's nothing off limits, and here I am. I'm sorry, Amanda. Please don't hold that against me.
Amanda, well, that is one of the things that when you come to our psychic fairs, we have a plethora of different psychic mediums to choose from. And sometimes we even have guest psychic mediums in our shop. So, definitely anytime we have our monthly fairs, make sure you come out for that, because usually we have a spirit gallery reading at 2 o'clock.
In fact, we'll have one next Saturday on the 8th at our True Hearts Fortune Fair. And Caitlin, I mean, Chihuahuas, really? They're, little Napoleonic puppies, I guess. I mean, they can be lovable too, but most of them have been very aggressive to me. I don't know. So, anyways. And thank you for understanding, though, Amanda. Again, we will have a spirit gallery next weekend on February 8th for our True Hearts Fortune Fair. And then, I have no idea what that is. Oh, okay. Matthew, he was actually in our shop this past weekend. Hi, Matthew.
Hi.
Hi. Well, he wrote yes in Japanese.
Oh, wow.
Which is hi. So, okay, Caitlin's Chihuahua is an angel. That's awesome. Yeah, but she at least agrees with me that most of them are mean.
Okay.
Not like Elle would on Legally Blonde. I believe that was the name of the dog on Legally Blonde. I just know that dog was a Chihuahua. So, which, yeah, I know more about Legally Blonde than I thought I ever would say. But then again, I've seen it. Anyways, again, nothing is off. Okay, most things are not off limits. I mean, I'm not a medium. I won't be able to tell you if your grandmother's sitting next to you, unless she actually is sitting next to you. I mean, and she's watching this with you. But yeah, that's a lot of viewers.
What I would like to do as an energy healer is send everybody just some Reiki. So, what I'd like everybody to do is just kind of close their eyes, and I'm going to send some positive energy about wealth, health, success, anything you want in your life. Just think it, know it, it's already there. Write it down, keep it in a sacred space, and the brain likes detail. The more detailed you are about what you want, you're going to get that exact thing that you write down. So just detail, brain loves detail. So let's just go in, take a couple deep breaths.
And I now know more about Amanda than I thought I was going to find out just by doing this.
Couple deep breaths in and out. And I'm just going to send some positive, loving, healing, health, wealth, prosperity, you name it, anything you want in your life. I'm going to send to everybody that is watching and not watching all throughout the universe. Feel the energy just flow through your body from head to toe. Thank you so much for joining us. Energy flow. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, and while you were doing that, we actually got a couple of questions and found out that somebody's watching us from their tub.
Okay.
Thank you for that, Amanda. Anyways, Abigail Ray Shannon wants to know the difference in oracle cards and tarot cards. That's actually a very easy answer, believe it or not. Tarot cards are a set system. There's always going to be 78 cards in a tarot deck. Mm-hmm. There's always going to be... Well, yep, okay. Wow, sorry. Always 78 cards in a tarot deck. 54 minor arcana. And then... No, 56 minor arcana. And yeah, it's been a long day. Anyways, the tarot cards, it is a set system. It is always going to have 78 cards in the deck. Major arcana, minor arcana. And oracle cards are literally up to the whim of the author. So there is no set system for oracle cards. They are actually very new in this whole market of reading cards to give people advice. And so yeah, like for instance, we have a few oracle card sets in our house. My wife and I. Antoinette's not my wife.
No.
Anyways, it's like this oracle deck I've got in my hand has 45 cards in it. I've seen oracle decks have as few as 22, sometimes even less. And so I've also seen oracle cards have, there is no set number for oracle cards. It's literally just up to the whim of the actual author.
I have a deck here I'd like to share, and I guess this would fall under the Oracle.
Yes.
And these are angel meditation cards, and there are 65 in this deck. So here's one card here, and that is Angel of Transformation, because I do work with the archangels in my readings as well when I do readings.
All right. And then I got another question here from Jen Lavone. That's a good question. And to be honest, I'm going to ask, are you still with us? Are you still with us, Jen? Well, Jen, if you are still with us, I'm going to ask you the question of which deck would you prefer that I pull from? I pull one card from the tarot deck or one card from the archangel deck. And so
I love that movie, Legally Blonde. Oh my God, that was my favorite movie. Oh my God, that is awesome.
Yeah, thanks for keeping up with the conversation. So, all right, Jen is still with us. Okay. So, Jen, which deck would you rather me pull from to try and answer that question? Oh, hi, Chris. All right, Jen wants the tarot deck. All right, are you in the right job, Jen? Well, let us find out. Well, this Four of Swords. Four of Swords reversed. That's interesting. See, Four of Swords. Four of Swords are not every card has a reverse to it, right? Not every reverse is bad. In fact, sometimes you prefer to have the reverse over the straight up card, and the Four of Swords is one of them. Doesn't necessarily having the Four of Swords. No, Chris, I've actually been redhead since Sunday. Anyways,
but I'm blonde.
Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Four of Swords. This basically is a card. Four of Swords reversed indicates that you are standing. That you need to stand up for yourself. That you need, Four of Swords normal means surrendering to forces that you cannot overcome. Four of Swords reversed indicates that you are standing up against forces. You're standing up against said forces. That does not necessarily mean that you can't overcome them, but ultimately, I hope this answers your question, whether or not you're in the right job. Because frankly, if you hate the job, or if the fact that you're actually questioning whether you're in the right job, Four of Swords reversed tells me you're probably not. And so that would be my best guess as far as that goes, considering, taking a stand for yourself is one thing. You might be able to use that to your advantage at your current place of employment. That's not a guarantee that anything will change, unfortunately. That's just, Four of Swords basically states that you should stand up for yourself ultimately. I hope, does that answer your question? And are there any other questions? And Susan Jellin. Oracle cards can be a meditative tool or a motivational tool. That's another big difference with tarot and oracle cards. Tarot can actually dig a little bit deeper into the topics. You can dig a little bit deeper into your questions. Oracle cards tend to be straight and to the point. All right. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for the feedback. And my wife is watching now. And that looks like Stephanie. Yes, I was right. Hi, Steph. Oh, and she's a top fan. So are there any questions out there? Can you get a reading? Well, what are you currently reading, Stephanie? I personally can't wait for the new Dresden Files book to come out. Unfortunately, I have to wait till July. So
what she was talking about? She probably wants you to pull a card for her.
Well, okay. What would you like me to pull, Steph? I am doing the tarot, or I am doing the Archangel Oracle. Abby, I will get to you in a moment. Hey, can I call you Abby, or do you prefer Abigail? My old deck. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So, I'm only doing one card, Stephanie. So, you might get two. Okay. Fair enough. Abby, here we go. Chris, going to answer Chris's question real quick. Spring generally comes around. Spring's going to be March 20th this year. I don't need to pull a card for that. So, also, I'm going to point out, I think Groundhog's Day is this weekend. So, Anyway, so, all right, Steph. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups, straight up. You are looking for answers to questions that you, frankly, you probably have questions, or you might be looking for answers to questions you haven't asked yet. And so, and this more than likely has something to do with relationships or your love life in general. It is the cups. It is the cup suit, which very much deals with your feelings. And I've been following me on Facebook for a while, and yeah, I can see why you would get this card. So, I mean, yeah, I also went to college with you for a little bit too. So, but hey, let's see, what else have we got here? Stephanie, don't be so hard on yourself. Judgment reversed. That you're being way, way, way too hard on yourself. Even if you feel that you might have made a mistake, we all do. We're human. Get yourself together. You will be fine. Okay? And so, give me 1 second here, folks, because I know I missed somebody's question back here, because I answered one for Steph, and then, okay, Abby had another question. Abby, which deck would you prefer, Archangels or Tarot? She got a question about the relationship with her stepmother. Amanda, keep that in mind. I'm going to ask you which deck you prefer I pull from. Tarot, please. Okay, Abby. As far as the relationship with your mother, with your stepmother, the person in question. Let's just go with the person in question. All right. And
Uh-oh.
well, ultimately, I had three of them pop right out here. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So, first we have the Fool. It's going to basically, the Fool is literally beginnings, new beginnings, going into something that you really have no experience in, rushing headlong into it. And the Fool is also always a gamble, because you don't know how it's going to turn out, because you have no idea what you're doing. But it is still a beginning. It is still a fresh start. All right. Then Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is as celebratory as you think it is. Looking at it here, let's see if we get a closer look here. But simply put, there are good times to be had if everybody's willing to put in the efforts. But then you also have the Queen of Sacred Circles. It would be coins or pentacles in other decks. Mine is Queen of Sacred Circles, and this is reversed. And this ultimately, yeah, there might be good times, but there's going to be bad times too. I was about to say, the fact that this was the third card that came out means that you probably need to put in if she's not going to put in the effort, if you really truly want the relationship, you're going to have to put in the effort to try and bring her around. And it's not going to be easy. But it is also not impossible. So, okay. And then, I guess Antoinette's been, you're welcome, Abby. I guess Antoinette's been working on Stephanie's heart chakra. All right. Going back down through here. Jessica. Um, I will simply say, I hope so. And yes, I'll be more than happy to pull a card for you to get a more... That's an interesting card. Not a bad one. Popped right out there. Now I just have to pick it up off the floor, in which we got the Six of Sacred Circles. And so, interesting, it's asking if your illnesses will be done soon. This ultimately, to be fair, I don't remember, I couldn't tell if it landed face down or face up, or reversed, or when it hit the floor. It's just, and so, Six of Sacred Circles, a short answer to that, to this card, is success. So yeah, I would dare say that your illness will be done soon. I hate being sick myself. I am sick. I too am sick of being sick, and I'm sick of you being sick. I want you to get better. All right. But yeah, no, Six of Sacred Circles also generally, especially in my deck, it indicates giving to charity, strangely enough. And when it's reversed, it means to have, it basically indicates to have faith. This one doesn't have a bad reverse to it. This card's generally pretty good all around. And so, but it also depends on the context, but this is the card that popped out for you. And so, and oh, hello, Sandra. Okay, Chris, I will. The only reason it hit the floor is because the table's small, Jessica, just so you know. The table that I'm holding these things on, it's literally just a dinner tray. We don't have a fancy setup here. In fact, I can just show you real quick. This is literally, this is literally what our setup is, you know. So, but, okay. Chris, is your wife going to have a good weekend? Well, let us find out. And I hate to tell you, Chris, it might not turn out the way you want it to. Had 3 cards pop out. And the Tower, if there's a... I oftentimes refer to the Tower as the oh shit card. Yeah. Basically, unexpected change is what the Tower indicates. And unexpected literally means unexpected. And so, this version, you might actually be expecting it, but it is still going to hurt when it happens. And so, as far as what type of change it is, I don't know. But it also indicates things are out of balance currently. Yeah, Temperance and the Tower next to each other, that's usually... There are challenges coming up, simply put. And the Ten of Staves is literally being overworked. And so, if I was to take a guess here, Terry might need to take a break. Might need to take a break and get herself back into balance. Otherwise, you know, it might not go so well. And I'd hate to actually see anything bad happen to your family, buddy. I love you. So, in that platonic sort of way, because, you know, we're both married. But, anyways, and so let's see here. Susan Jellinger, what is the outlook for your health with tarot? Okay. And you should be fine as long as you take care of yourself. I mean, that literally is what this card indicates. This is a mother card, and right side up means ultimately a mother that takes care of the family, takes care of herself to keep her health healthy. And so ultimately you'll be fine as long as you take care of yourself. You know, keep up on the maintenance, do do the oil changes every 3,000 miles. You'll be fine. So, okay. And Sandra Falcon. That's a... 1 second, Sandra. I will try to answer that. Do you want me to use tarot or oracle with that? And Chris, are you wanting ramen or is it just amen? Ramen? Not quite sure. And so, yeah, everybody else has been. Amanda, I would love to. Did you ask another question that I missed? I'm just scrolling through the comments again. Any information on my job? Oh, crap. I'm sorry, sweetie. All right, we can do the tarot again. And oh wow, didn't realize my phone was that far down. Oh Jesus. Okay. Well, Amanda, if there's a card you generally don't want to get if you're looking for any information on your job, it is the Seven of Swords, also known as the Thieves card. Watch out who you are dealing with and do not trust anybody that you are working with. I am generally pretty blunt with my readings. I tell you as I see it. So, yeah, and basically the only person who's going to look out for you on your job, Amanda, is you. And so, I hope I hope you're in a better situation than that. And let's see here. I'm going back through the comments again real quick. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. I'm glad you... And alright, Sandra Falcon asked the question. Will you be able to keep your job at 22 years? Okay. And... Oh, we've got 2 cards here. Okay. Well, this is one of those. Got 2 different cards here: the Nine of Swords and the Empress. Short answer is probably yes. But you're definitely going to have to change the way you're probably going to have to change the way you actually approach it. You're probably going to have to, because Nine of Swords also is known as it's known as one of the 2 nightmare cards. And so it is one of those cards where, and neither of these were reversed. But then again, the Nine of Swords generally does not have a good outcome regardless of how you see it. It basically tells you that things have changed, and you've actually things that might have possibly changed within you, or things that might have possibly changed within your situation, and you've gotten plenty of warnings about it. And so, the Empress, on the other hand, indicates you have the ability, you have the power to do what you need to do, and you have the creative, you are creative enough, you can actually do it. You can save, if you're worried about losing the job, you can actually save it. And so, but that is all going to be on you. Only you can actually keep that job of 22 years. And I honestly hope you can, truthfully. It's rare to find somebody that's been at a place for that long anymore. And it's time for Susan to change her oil. Okay. Hello, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah. You are 100% on, Terry. And I think you need to reshuffle. Reshuffle what? I've been shuffling all night here. So. Alright. Let's see here. Will my daughter get better? Hello, Sam. We're Samantha Ray Frakes. Generally, would you prefer tarot or oracle? And
Now, Dennis, if you don't mind, I would like to make a comment. I do have to put a disclaimer out there. Um, Myself, Antoinette, the Des Moines New Age Shop, Dennis, the disclaimer is we are not doctors, attorneys, or anything like this, so this is all for fun.
I also have not made any actual diagnoses, and nobody has told me.
Right.
I was like, oh crap, you've got cancer of the face.
Right. No, I just,
All right. Give me 1 second here because Chris wants me to reshuffle. Oh, hey. The Hierophant. Reversed. Yeah, Chris, the answer's still the same, buddy. Whatever you're trying... Getting me to reshuffle to find you a different answer. Sorry, the Hierophant's not having any of it. So, there is a lesson to be learned there, I'm sure. But I hope, whatever it is, I hope you guys get it figured out. I want to see you again. Preferably next weekend. So, and then, yeah, Jenna Lee, will my daughter get better? I'm going to need a little bit of context on that one. Are we talking mentally? Are we talking health-wise? Are we talking grades? Are we talking relationships? Thank you, Chris. He said we look good this weekend. Or this evening.
Thank you.
And generally says, but cards offer me insight as well as doing okay. Awesome. That's. Am I on the right tarot life path? Well, he on the right life path, and he asked for tarot. I'm still waiting for. Everybody else has asked for tarot tonight. I might just put the oracle away at this point. Matt, I want to try to answer your question real quick. 7. Okay. Yeah. No, you